The day has yet to break. The air is cold and humid. The crew is not yet on the stern, but they are not asleep. Everyone's waiting for the captain's order to set the trawl. This is the signal from the bridge. It can come at any time of the day. 3 rings mean that the trawler, as they say here, stepped on the fish. The credit for a good catch always goes to the captain. On the other hand, he's also responsible for failures. It all depends. If the vessel was sailing around the whole day and the captain didn't catch anything, crew members become all gloomy and disappointed, so I have to do my best. Arctur is at the ready. The whole crew gathered together on the stern. The captain has determined the movement direction of an anchovy school. The vessel is moving towards it, and soon it will start scooping up the fish in a huge trawl net. Out goes the trawl. The vessel is swaying hard today. Waves reaching 1.5 meters coupled with a side wind. In these conditions, it's tricky to set the rig at first try. Go right. I did, I took to the right. Go on, guys, I'm starting to drift. Drifting must be avoided at all costs. The port is close, not to mention shallow waters and underwater rocks. And the trawl getting entangled or torn would mean the end of fishing. Hey, it's not working. We're gonna lose the trawl. Up, 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 come on. Don't ever do that again. Stop, 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 stop. Pick it up, come on. It came off. Don't just stand there and hook it. I said don't just stand there and hook it. In intense moments like this, discipline and subordination on a civil vessel can compare to that of a military one. The ship captain is the president, the prime minister, the chief justice, and the attorney general. Otherwise, it doesn't work. The captain carries unquestionable authority. The crew of Arctur is setting the trawl with the boat rolling. The conditions are difficult, but everybody understands that they can't let the fish school slip. The work is tough and stressful. The fishermen are in a hurry. If the fish are clustered together close enough, the daily target can be reached in one haul, allowing the vessel to return to port straight away. We want to hit this school on the first try. We've disturbed it already, so it might leap aside, go deeper, or hide it in the rocks. Then we'll have to search for it. But at the moment, we have a chance to make it. But the attempt to step on the fish school failed. Anchovy promptly retreated and started playing cat and mouse with Arctur. The trawl is hauled onto the stern for another try. Every person is focused to the utmost, waiting for a command from the captain and the trawl master. Out goes the trawl. The long fishing gear snakes out overboard. For the fish to go inside, the trawl has to unfold evenly, like a parachute. Move on. The right one is ready. Trawl doors make the trawl unfold horizontally, and these round floats, together with the foot rope, allow it to open vertically. For younger fisherman, Yuri Karakoshkin is a prudent mentor. Today, he picked up someone else's shift. It happens to him a lot. Away from the sea, the old fisherman gets melancholic. I come home, spend like 2 or 3 days there, and everything starts feeling wrong. Everything is being done wrong on land. I get annoyed a lot, so my mate tells me, it's time for you to go back to sea. An old fisherman that he is, Yuri, has been retired for 3 years now. Only he's in no rush to embrace the life on land. Experts of his level with such a huge experience in the fishing fleet can be counted on one hand. When I just started making my working career, I was a sailor on international tours. That was something. We were really tough guys. And now fishermen are scorned. It used to be a good, respected profession. We became like those extinct mammoths. And what do you do when there are no workers? So while I still have strength, I'll keep fishing. For Yuri Karkoshkin, there are no professions except for maritime ones. In his 40 years on the fleet, he has seen many things. I never believed in killer waves, but it turns out they exist. That wave came from the starboard side. See the bulwark? The bulwark was just crashed, 10 meters from the stern, here into the passage. Windows in the captain's cabin got broken. The engine room got flooded. Good thing, not completely flooded. Dangers abound on the Black Sea. History knows cases of freighters having been cast ashore, let alone small fishing boats. Artur is in his 30s. By the fishing fleet standards, it deserves a retirement, much like the old trawl master Karkoshkin. That's why the chief mechanic Karimov treats the vessel with special care, as a doctor would treat an elderly patient. The engine is old. Some parts need to be changed, and at times it really needs some patchwork. I'd say it's like a self-preservation thing. If you have skillful hands, the head will get there as well. Everything's ready. The trawl master is directing the setting like an orchestra conductor. Wenches come into play at his command, and the entire rig goes into the water. Up. Stop. Doors into the water. This time, the trawl opened nicely. Everything went without a hitch. The crew is waiting now for 3 rings. That's how the captain would signal of the trawl having collected enough fish. This run is sort of sparse, right? The recording shows a normal run. Hoist up the device, Timur. Hoist up the device. I think it might go over it. Go tell him to hoist it up. Maybe it's just stuck. Well, it seems to be going fine. At least the fish have left the shoal. Now let's see the result. Doors! This job doesn't get much attention from the younger generation despite its adventurous nature. It's just too hard. Even among those who are attracted by romantic sea life, few can actually handle it. Those who don't get passionate about it just simply leave. There are a lot of people who come here, work for 1, 2, 3 days, and that's it. They pack their things and leave. They are not okay with this. But it's mostly young people. Young people don't come here. It's over. There's a saying in these parts, how do you tell a fisherman on the street? Easy. It's a person whose eyes are always tired. Lack of sleep. I mean, when you have fish coming, you work day and night. You can't just go to sleep whenever you want. You can rest only on stormy days, when the vessel is on the moor. Dennis is in a hurry to cook lunch, and if he has enough time, also dinner. The caboose on this boat is tiny, almost no free space. Dennis is far from being a small man, but he feels pretty comfortable in this kitchen, which is only slightly bigger than himself. When the boat is rolling, you are pushed over here. You spread your legs and immediately go back over here, and then again. And if there were more space, you could easily fall. So, that's a positive side. A crew of mighty men working 24 hours a day has an excellent appetite. A person gets strength from food, right? And if you use a lot of energy, you have to replenish that energy. The cook knows what he's talking about. His job is not limited to the caboose. Everybody on our tour takes part in the fishing regardless of the position they hold on the vessel. I take care of the cooking in the kitchen and also help out on the deck, setting the trawl, collecting the fish, processing the fish in the hold, and I'm trying to do all of that. So I cook something quickly and off to the deck. Dennis has been on the vessel for just 1 year. Not used to sea conditions, once he almost left the whole crew without lunch. A rolling made the refrigerator fall down with all the prepared dishes inside. I was sitting on a stool and peeling potatoes when the fridge started sliding. It was horrifying for me. It was stopped here by the door frame. The doors opened wide and everything that was inside, breakfast, all pre-cooked dishes, just fell out of it. Borscht! Everything was spilled all over the cabin, all over the dining room. Dennis had never before worked so fast and energetically as there was very little time left till lunch. So I started cooking soup and the main dish, and also cleaning the cabin and the kitchen at the same time. While our tour is trawling, there's time for a quick bite. The meal is fast, without any chatting. Time is precious. The captain on the bridge is staring intently at the screen. It seems the fish has not left yet. The school is still there. It's the one the trawl is supposed to catch. I hope we get lucky this time. We've been on this chase since morning. Zapir calls captains of other ships to tell them that he found a nice school. His colleagues immediately start coming to the fishing ground. On land, competitors are never treated like that, but here at sea, it happens all the time. One vessel is not enough to fish through all this area, but when it's 6 or 7 boats, they stay at a distance, take different depths, and share the school. The fishing brethren live according to their own unwritten code. At sea, everything is simple. Men are brothers to each other, not wolves. But on land, things work differently. That's why there are so many fishermen among those who have no one waiting for them on the shore. Those who are trying their luck in marriage for the 2nd or even 3rd time. The family life of the old fisherman Yuri Kokoshkin also didn't work out. His ex-wife, kids, and grandchildren have moved to Ukraine a long time ago. 4, all boys. The oldest one is Sergei, great footballer, plays in the first league of Ukraine with Arsenal. And the youngest one is Oleg. He turned 15 the day before tomorrow. And another 2 are Artyom and Vitaly, 8 and 10 years. I visit them about once a year. This year I went there in February. Next year, I'll go again. We talk. Everything is fine, both with kids and grandkids. Grandkids are really feisty. A signal comes from the captain's bridge. The process of the trawl net being pulled up is accompanied by deafening cries of immense numbers of seagulls. They fly in from everywhere, pick up small anchovies, and pluck fish from the net. The trawl is pulled over the starboard, and the hull is lifted out step by step. Only upon seeing the first batch, you can estimate the catch quality. Considering the current situation in the fishing industry, the catch is satisfactory. I think it's about 8 or 9 tons. But we'll have to set the trawl one more time. Even the mechanic doesn't sit out the time of trawling in the engine room. He participates in the process on par with the rest of the crew. Staying on the top, Timur takes care of everything that moves and buzzes. If everything works, if the visual inspection of the machine shows that everything's spinning and swinging, I just pump in oil, fuel, and water, and that's it. I go down to the deck to help guys. Even our captain comes over to help to shovel fish. He can also go into the hold to push boxes. He's not over all that. It's one team, one family. We have a good understanding. Small boats are equipped only with the most essential things, ledges and winches. Unlike large-scale oceanic fleets, there's much more manual work here. Arcturus trawl can take 25 tons of fish or even more in one go. But it's never unloaded on the vessel all at once. First of all, anchovies are tender. They will get smashed and lose their marketable condition. Second of all that weight can make the vessel careen, seriously endangering it. History knows precedents. A wave came together with the wind of 20 to 25 meters per second, and the boat careened on the starboard side. It was a critical careen. We were close to overkeeling, but we reacted fast, came to anchor, and then we had to drop all the catch on the starboard to set the vessel straight. There were cases when the trawl came up with a deadly catch that nearly cost the crew their lives. Several times, landmines and bombs from the times of World War II were hauled up the board together with anchovies. We pulled up a mine, reported to authorities. On the fourth day, a bomb squad came, attached the mine to a pontoon, dragged it to deep waters, and then shot it from a naval ship. And even if it's not a bomb caught up in a net, but a peaceful dolphin, it still doesn't bode well. Big misfortunes are to come, say fishermen. Either something will break or the trawl will get torn. That poor fish. They follow anchovies and end up in a trawl net. So sometimes they don't escape in time and get caught. And we often have tears or breakdowns with weeks of downtime. Anchovies have to be brought on the shore fresh. They are mixed with ice and loaded into the refrigerated hold. Dennis Denisov and several other fishermen go downstairs. There's an unwritten rule in the sea. The hold is the responsibility of newbies. Who knows, maybe one day these very fishermen will take the places of captains in the Black Sea Fleet. That is, if the road plan of Black Sea states on protecting and reclaiming the sea works out. Otherwise, these young men will become the last representatives of their profession on the Black Sea coast. It's not like the fishing industry is still there. I moved here to the Black Sea from the Caspian. So if it dies out in the Black Sea, I'll have to search somewhere in Murmansk or in the Far East. It means migration, and I'm not exactly in that romantic age of moving anymore. Pessimists say in 1 or 2 decades, the fishing industry in this area will no longer exist. I think that there's no future on the Black Sea. We are the last of the Mohicans. The competition in this business is harsh. Fishing companies constantly fight for sale markets. The money you earn depends on how quickly and expensively you manage to sell your catch. The most important question in the head of a fisherman is what he's going to bring home the next day. Old men are trying to convince the younger ones, hold on there, the sun will shine on your street too. Here, at the Black Sea coast, fish is the biggest treasure. No way people stop caring about it. If I wouldn't have been a trawl master, I would have been an economist. In the fishing fleet, of course. Because you see stuff here, and we were taught well. They taught us economy and fishing industry. Everything's done wrong. Russian ports in the Black Sea count about a dozen of small fishing boats. The fleet is undergoing transformations. Within a framework of the Convention on the Protection of the Black Sea, bottom trawl nets are being substituted by more environmentally friendly ones, signs. Meanwhile, fishermen keep working in any conditions, often risking their own health. Just this year, one trawl master had his eye knocked out, a strap ripped in stormy weather, and hit him in the eye. So a man is left with one eye now. The captain evaluates the quality of the catch right on our tour. The size and the type of anchovy determine its taste and value. Zapir personally takes a sample, a handful of salt, a bit of seawater, and in half an hour, anchovies are good for eating. A Black Sea delicacy. Ready to eat right away. Mildly cured. Sabina and Saida wait for their father's return. With him, the joy comes into the house. The captain knows all too well how his daughters miss him, and he uses every opportunity to call home. It brings you some tranquility when you know who's waiting for you at home. You look and you call. So you talk to them, look at the picture, and you feel very good. It helps. It helps a lot. His girls, despite being twins, are very different. One is into drawing and modeling, the other one takes sports classes. The captain's family life seems serene, but this truly Caucasian man misses the most important component of happiness, a son.
Of course. Even kids are asking for a third child. I guess it's his dream as well. Once, my daughter came to me and asked to buy some cabbage, and I'm asking her, what for? And apparently she already talked to her father.
Weighing shows that one haul brought about 11 tons of fish. It's not bad, but as the weather is still on their side, the fishermen open the trawl again, and once more, the bell rings 3 times on the vessel. And once more, the crew goes out onto the stern. By the end of a difficult shift, their biggest desire is to go home, but after coming ashore and resting for a couple of days, they start longing for sea again. When you become a sailor, especially in the fishing fleet, it's what they call a sickness. You cannot drop it, the fishing. I wouldn't say there's anything romantic about it. You just have to love your profession. Many things happen, but I never thought of giving it up. It's a nice profession. Weather forecast. Black Sea, area 555. The wind is eastern, southeastern. Meteorology Division issues a storm alert for the night. Our tour has to quickly return to the port, despite its hold not being completely full. The crew's hurrying to load the rest of the catch. Nobody likes the idea of getting caught in a storm. Yeah, the weather's frowning. Today's conditions are not very favorable. The fishermen are in a hurry, yet they work like a well-oiled machine, understanding each other without words. Without team spirit, there's no work. There's no work at all. If the crew gets along, if people click, never try to break them up. Stick to this time-tested team. For a crew to run smoothly, you need more than 1 or 2 years. A fisherman spends most of his life at sea, where moments of despair alternate with moments of excitement. And this life away from land polishes the character like water polishes a stone.
He used to be a completely different person. From being a completely domineering man, he turned into a more calm one. This work in a group, in a big team, it has a good side. All people there depend on each other.
With the hold getting almost full, the crew can have a break. It's time for playing pranks. There's a fisherman tradition of preparing a special treat for the captain. There's this fish of the anchovy family. It's called chief. It doesn't come up very often, but sometimes guys would check the first haul and find it. They would tear off its head, gut it out, and still raw, give it to the captain for a snack. That's how the crew plays pranks. Darkness sets over the sea in an instant. The way it happens only in the south. The storm is closing in relentlessly. The wind is getting stronger, making it impossible to set the trawl again. Artur is coming back, carrying about 25 tons of fish on board. It means the day was well spent, but the fishermen will keep working into the night. Tons of anchovies still need to be unloaded onto shore. Good evening. What's not good about it? What can I say? Yours is good, ours not so much. And why yours not so good? Because our evening is just starting and yours is already over. True. The fishermen load the boxes into a refrigerator truck that came right onto the pier. This process continues till 2 a.m. The shift is finally over. But the Artur's crew will depart again and search for catch as soon as the weather will allow it. In the most difficult moments of history, the residents of this region were saved by the sea. And as long as the Black Sea is treated with respect, as long as there are still people who care about it, the fishing industry will live too. And that promises well for the market in Temuruk, which has always been boasting anchovy, a swift little fish that tastes like caviar.